Hello, Marcus Hersh for Daily Racing Forum, coming to you with a new video feature that will last during the Colonial Downs meet called Colonial Play of the Day. Colonial Downs, the Virginia track that has been shuttered for 6 years, starts a 15-day race meet on Thursday. They're giving away a ton of money, more than $500,000 a day on average. I think $515,000 in purses on a 10-race card Thursday that attracted 107 entries. Lots to dig into there. It's going to be a little tricky figuring things out. It's been so long since there's been a meet there. They're using a new dirt track that I'm told is similar to the Laurel Park surface. We'll see how that plays out. The dirt track is 1.25 miles in circumference, a very large track, the second largest in America. The turf course was always lauded as being excellent. They do controlled burns every spring, reseed, regrow. I'm told that it's lush and in excellent condition. That course is a mile around on the inner position, 1.1 miles on the outer rail. A broad, expansive course that to give horses plenty of time to sort themselves out and have a fair run at things. It's going to be kind of a feeling out process. I've done one card already, the Thursday card, handicapped that all the way through. Found myself picking a lot of favorites. You've got horses coming from kind of all over the place. Obviously, there will be a big Maryland influence, but we also see some horses from Chicago. There are Kentucky stables with stalls at Colonial, some from Louisiana, from Florida. How they all sort themselves out, what the pecking order is, remains to be seen. Rather than siding with one of the favorites for this first Colonial play of the day, I am going to tout a long shot in race 5. I assume the horse is going to be a long shot. 20-1 on the morning line. Number 2, Just a Look. Now, obviously, these lines are going to be subject to change. I mean, in the sense that this race is a little tricky to figure out. There are several first-time starters. It is a 1-mile turf race for 3-year-olds. This horse is a filly, never run before, based in Kentucky with trainer Ben Colebrook, who also owns this horse. He was listed as the purchaser, which is interesting because the horse was bred and consigned by Claiborne Farm, which has employed Colebrook as a trainer for a number of years. This horse is a sister to a horse named Fault, who was an excellent turf horse a couple of years ago, really came to hand when she went to Southern California, switched to grass racing. By Looking at Lucky, who was, I think, an underappreciated turf sire. I like the look of the work pattern. This horse looks like she's shown some flashes of ability just looking at her drills at Keeneland. Also, the fact that Colebrook has bothered to send this horse, which he owns, all the way to Virginia for this spot. Ellis Park is right down the road. Indiana Grand, Arlington, those would all be closer ships. There's better money at this race, and I have to think that Mr. Colebrook thinks that he's got a talented filly who might appreciate these conditions. She's bred for that. She's worked like she might be decent. And while there's some horses from overseas who look like they have a fair amount of ability, I don't see any world beaters in this race to be afraid of taking a shot with a price horse like Just a Look. Race 5, Colonial Downs opening day. Best of luck.